Hello, my name is Michelle Garnon. Today I'm presenting you with an assignment on exercise for exercise and sports psychology, ESSC12003, on associative and dissociative behaviour. Setting the scene. Patrick is training to complete a marathon with the aim to simply finish. What form of mental preparation would best assist him in achieving his goal? Associative or dissociative training? Should distance runners concentrate on their bodily sensations or try and think of something else? Distance runners and their coaches recognise the importance of developing such strategies in order to achieve the desired outcome. When it comes to running a marathon, your mind can be your biggest asset or your worst enemy. However, enjoying your training in order to achieve the goals is about both physical and mental conditioning. Research has shown that attentional strategies are commonly used by both recreational and elite runners during training and competition. Interestingly though, the use of certain attention strategies can be linked to injury. In order for Patrick to avoid the so-called hitting the wall, which refers to a condition where the runner depletes glucose stores and hence fatigue sets in, he needs to employ the correct mental and physical training strategies. The relationship between mental strategy and hitting the wall is between the runner's thought processes and that of his performance. Being able to develop the skills required to maintain adequate energy will assist Patrick in reducing the onset of fatigue and the possibility of injury. Let's first discuss associative techniques. Associative thoughts are those that are based on the race or on the performance itself. While running, associative runners generally have thoughts that include the monitoring of their bodily sensations, such as muscular pain or discomfort, and their respiration rate. Associative behaviour can also include internal body commands or instructions, such as, let's surge past this person, or I need to relax my neck and shoulders. Associative runners are those who internalise the direction dimensions of attention and the focus on their body's feedback signals. They may also consider their present emotional state and have thoughts that may help improve on the final outcome of their performance. Let's now discuss some techniques used by associative runners. Self-talk. Self-talk's a big one. Being able to assure yourself that the run is going well, that you are listening to your bodily commands, you're sitting on the pace, you're required to sit on the pace to finish the run in a desired time, is a very powerful technique. Focus. Being able to control your breathing and staying relaxed. Imagine that tension is leaving your body as you exhale. Fatigue is what will stop you in your tracks, so that is one very important area that you have to be able to control. Being able to remain relaxed, using cues such as take it easy, chill out, relax. Also being able to be aware of fatiguing muscles. The last thing you want is to run through the pain and have an injury. Keeping your pace. Listening to the information you can gain from monitoring your body. Are you able to increase speed? Are you sitting on the desired pace? Are you going to finish the run in the planned time? Staying positive. Being positive and listening to your body will improve overall effort. Elite athletes tend to use both strategies in training. However, the associative helps more with staying in control of your bodily commands, which at the end of the day, that's what's going to get you across the line. If you ignore bodily commands, you will ultimately not finish. Disassociation techniques. In comparison to associative marathon runners, disassociative runners tend to focus more on the environment or listen to music rather than monitoring their bodily sensations. These dissociative thoughts could also include events from the past or even planning for a future event. However, is thinking about other tasks rather than focusing on feedback from your body a good thing? Could this lead to injury or poor performance? It has been reported that by attending external stimulus rather than focusing on information being received by the body, physiological sensations can temporarily be blocked out, thus leading to the chance of injury. Techniques used by disassociative runners. Music. Music can assist in generating positive thoughts and feelings, improve mood, and distract you from the physical demands of running. Number plate games. Adding up the numbers and making words from letters. Fantasy. Pretending to be doing something other than running, being somewhere else. Daydreaming. Simply letting your thoughts drift. Associative versus disassociative. Which is better? Attentional strategies employed by marathon runners have not only important implications for performance, but also for risk of injury. It has been reported that runners tend to drift between association, or internalizing the body's feedback signals, and disassociation by means of externalizing their attention and blocking out sensory feedback information from the body. However, when trying to decide which strategy may be best for you, it's also important to consider your personality, preferences and goals. For example, when training, you may use disassociative attention styles so as to relieve boredom. On race day or competition day, however, associative attention styles may be better suited. It is suggested that due to the greater demand for intensity needed on competition, the use of associative attention styles would yield a better performance outcome. When it comes to training for a marathon, the hours can be very long and very tedious on the road. So disassociative training could be very beneficial in order to simply take away from the extreme demands that are set on one's body. But at the same time, associative is very important, as to be very aware of the risk of injury due to the long, tedious hours that you must spend out on the road. It has, as I said, been suggested that a combination of both associative and disassociative training is the most beneficial whilst during training, but associative runners do tend to have better running times and have better performance outcomes. Patrick, the novice marathon runner, what strategies should he employ in order to finish his first marathon? Seeing as though Patrick hasn't run a marathon before, it would be recommended that he embark on a 20-week training program combining both associative and disassociative strategies. Associative strategies are those that you need to learn. Example, understanding bodily feedback, monitoring breathing, monitoring pace and distance covered, monitoring stride and posture, being mentally aware of oneself. These are all very important strategies in order to finish a marathon. Disassociative, however, are used more in your training regime, which can make your training a lot more pleasurable. Example, relaxing, listening to music, talking to a buddy while running, problem solving, letting your thoughts wander, ignoring bodily feedback. By using a combination of both of these strategies and following a well-structured training regime, Patrick should be able to complete the full 42.2 kilometre course.